UFC Fight Night Gamrot versus Salkilld just ended. It was an insane card. I went 10-2 on picks. We're gonna go through it this time, probably top to bottom instead of bottom to top, just mix things up a little bit. Main event: Gamrot versus Salkilld. I picked Gamrot. Not a great pick in hindsight. Right off rip, Salkild's landing bombs on him, straights, rocks him pretty fast in the fight. Gamrot shoots, Salkilld defends. Gamrot gets a pretty good leg entanglement. Gets a kind of like a knee bar type of deal. Salkilld gets out. I thought he kind of hurt his knee getting out because he was bending his knee kind of in a funny way. Salkilld survives. They get back to the feet. Salkilld gets his own takedown, which was kind of crazy. I think he might have tried it, but I didn't think he was going to get it in his first shot. Gets the takedown, gets the back. Shows really good scrambling control. Gamrot was scrambling his ass off, and Salkilld was just sticking on him really good, especially on the back. I thought Salkilld was going to slide off. Kept taking the back like twice. He retook the back, landed some punches, ended up finding the choke. Insanely good performance from Salkilld. I thought this was going to go to the second, third, maybe a TKO for Salkilld late. Gamrot decision type of deal. Salkilld gets the takedown and subs him in round 1. Insane performance. I mean, that was better than the Charles Oliveira one. That was a really good performance by Salkilld. Gamrot's really good. Defense on the feet isn't good, has never been good, but his takedown defense, his pressure, his relentless wrestling has just been on point since he's been in the UFC. Has wins over Armin and stuff like that. But Salkilld, man, insane. Rocks him, gets his own takedown and subs him. I can't believe he got a sub that fast. Maybe after hurting him, like rocks him, wobbles him, and then gets a guillotine or something like that. But a round 1 rear naked choke. Really impressive stuff there. I want to see. I mean, what is he ranked? Gamrot. By the way, I didn't do like a breakdown for this card. I do have my picks in the short. I just put like the card up with my picks on it, and I picked Gamrot. Ended up losing. But where is? He's number 6. Okay. I mean, that puts Salkilld right at the top of the division. I don't know. There's gonna be some good fights up there for him. Maybe Patty, Holloway. That's kind of crazy actually. He's already gonna be in like top 6 in the world. It feels like he just got in the UFC, but super clean performance. Don't know if he even took a strike really. Just dominant out the gate. Kind of an easy-ish win for him. Like I said, he had his leg tangled up a little scary in there for a second. A knee bar, then a heel hook. Ended up getting his knee out. Getting the sub. Great performance. Now I have to rant a little bit about this shit. Oh, the website isn't working. Whatever. Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. I watched the first round. Diego was whooping on his ass. After that, Paramount Plus went down. I fucking hate that app. That shit is trash. It is awful. It's always laggy. The UI is absolute dog shit. I fucking hate Paramount Plus. It is just trash. Always lagging. Always extremely slow. Just fucking, I hate it. It's awful. It's always pausing and buffering. And my Wi-Fi is connected. I have the Ethernet cable, so I know it's not that. ESPN, I barely had any issues. In the beginning, ESPN had issues too. But dude, Paramount Plus needs to get that shit fixed. I don't know how much they paid. Something crazy for the UFC, like $8 billion or something like that. They need that shit fixed ASAP. I can't even watch this card, which nobody was probably even watching. Really fucking annoying. But either way, Diego wins. I watched the first round. I'm gonna assume the rest of the rounds went kind of the same. Quarantillo looked like dog shit. Hasn't fought in 2 years. Coming up a weight class. Hasn't looked the same since he ate that Edson Barboza knee. I did pick Diego to win. He did win. I think 30-20. I literally watched the first round. It buffered from round 2 to 3, and then right when 3 ended, I heard the horn go off, and then it started going okay. So I saw the decision in the hand get raised. So it was I think it was 30-27 across the board. Billy Quarantillo did not look good. Hasn't looked good in like 3 or 4 years. I don't know when the Edson fight was. I think that was like 3 years ago now. Didn't look good. We picked Diego, so that makes us 1-1 on picks. And next up we got Darren. Oh damn it. My bad. We got Darren Elkins versus Yadier Devaye. I'm actually a little bit tired, and I feel like I'm always talking shit on these cards, but I'm tired of them booking, or I'm tired of fighters booking, hey, I'm going to do one last fight. Stop telling the UFC you're only doing one more fight, because they're going to just deathmatch you against a fighter you're not going to win against. Honestly, though, Darren Elkins was never going to beat maybe anybody in the featherweight division. Old, extremely old. I actually feel bad for the guy. If you watched his like interviews recently and this week, dude, CTE badly. Like, who the fuck is letting him go out there? Did not sound the same as he did like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. He sounds like he's like shit. The ending interview, I want to thank my family, and I want to thank my wife and kids, and I want to thank my coaches. I feel bad for him. I really feel bad for him. That's what he sounded like. I'm not even, go watch that shit. Thank God for this performance. Thank you to the UFC. No, bro. Do not let this guy... Oh, my God. If this guy goes and fights in BKFC or fucking God forbid, like Gamrot boxing or Gamrot MMA or whatever the fuck it is where you fight with your no gloves on. I'm sounding like Darren Elkins. I'm trying to talk so fast. God forbid he fights in one of those organizations. Do not let this guy fight again. It should be illegal. Anyways, let's talk about the fight, though. What happened? He got sparked the fuck out in like 30 seconds, dude. Yeah, no. He should have never been there. I don't know how old he is. I think he's over 40 now. Taking an insane amount of damage. And yeah, just don't tell the UFC. If you're going to only do one more, don't tell the UFC you're only going to do one more. Be like, I want 5 more. They'll give you like a decent-ish matchup. Because Darren Elkins, what did this fight do for anybody? Darren Elkins, I mean, other than money, Davaye just got a quick knockout over an old guy. What? I don't understand what the point of this was. No, he doesn't look good. I don't rate Davaye any higher. Like I said, you got a free paycheck. So did Elkins, I guess. Well, Elkins paid with his brain, but I don't understand these fights. Davaye is not even that good. If you really wanted to build someone up, you should have thrown him in there with someone like the fucking... I can't even think of a name at featherweight, but either way, Davaye, nobody rates him highly. He's beating Elkins, and nobody wants to see that fight. Awful. Stop doing that shit. Honestly, though, if you're that CTE-ridden, I wish his coaches would have been like, we're not sending you out there, bro. Because he got slimed out again. Minus 950 favorite. Whatever the fuck. Davaye catches, I think it was like a left hook. It was like a left overhand right. Or left overhand right. Left overhand right into his chin. Slept him. Awful. Awful. I don't want to see that shit. Next up we got Amanda. We picked Davaye, obviously. 3-1 on picks. 2-1 on picks. Anyways, we got Amanda Lemos versus Alexia Tenera. Actually a decent fight. They were kind of squabbling a little bit on the feet. A lot of clinching though, which sucks. I picked Tenera to win. She won, I think 2-1 I think Lemos took the second. Lemos dropped her in the second. I think she took 2-1. Pretty good fight. I like the fight. Lemos is always there to scrap. I don't know if I've ever seen Alexia fight before. Good fight though. I liked it. We picked Tenera to win. Decision, I guess. She won 29-28. So yeah, we're like 3-1 at this point. Next up, we got Billy Ray Goff versus Ty Miller. I picked Ty Miller by knockout. I forgot that website wasn't working. I picked Ty Miller by knockout. I have another rant right now about Billy Ray Goff's coaches. This guy was done in round 2. At the end of round 2, he was completely done. And his coaches were like, don't fight him, just run around for the last round. Why the fuck would you send your fighter out there? If you didn't watch the fight, round 1, semi-close-ish. Billy Ray kept shooting takedowns. Not really close, but it wasn't as much of a beatdown as 2. Ty Miller was landing jabs, a lot of boxing. I think landed a head kick. Ty Miller definitely won round 1. Round 2 was an absolute thrashing. Prime Holloway-esque performance in round 2 where he was just landing literally just bombs on him the whole time. Not really bombs, but just touching him up the entire second round. It was insane. I can't even see what the numbers are because this fucking website isn't working. Anyways, Billy Ray Goff at the end of the second round, completely hurt, gassed, eyes were swelling up, everything. His coaches sat him down. Were like, "Hey, bro, just run around. Don't engage. Don't fight for that third round." Did they not just fucking see the second round? He was trying to do that. He was trying to just survive the end of the second round, and Ty Miller was in his face, just landing on him. Immediately in the third round, just lands a bomb on him and drops him and finishes him. Why send your fucking fighter back out there, man, after that second round? That's just stupid as shit. Just throw in the towel. Just quit. Your fighter's done. He's gassed. He's hurt. If he's not gassed and he's kind of hurt, but he's like still in there winging punch, he wasn't even throwing punches at the end of the second round. I hate when they do that shit. I think Billy Ray Goff's on a losing streak, 2-fight losing streak. This would be 3. He's probably done. Just save his brain cells, bro. Like, what's the difference? You're not getting a extra round bonus for going into the third round. All you're doing is taking more damage in a fight you're not going to win. I don't know if he landed really anything good on Ty Miller this entire fight. Ty Miller whooped his ass. That second round might have been like a 10-8, dude. That was that bad of a whooping. Just like Holloway Pettis-esque against the fence, just teeing off on him, just landing on him. I want to see what the punch numbers were. They're probably a lot, but dude, why the fuck did he send his dude? I said on Twitter, I was like, check Billy Ray for CTE after this, and then check his coaches, because why would you send him out? Whatever. We picked Ty Miller. He ended up knocking him out in the third round, the very beginning of the third round, 15 seconds. I think it was the first punch he landed in the third round. Why even have him take that punch? Stupid advice from his coaches. Stupid to go out there. Just throw in the towel, end it. You're going to get cut from the UFC. Just save some brain cells, dude. You're not going to make any more money. You're not going to make any more fans. I just feel bad for you, dude. It's more pity than like I'm, applauding you for that. Whatever. We picked Ty Miller. That makes us about 4-1 now, I think. We went 10-2 total. Steven Asplund versus Guillermo Pat. Guillermo Pat, again, the website's not working. Guillermo Pat's the weirdest fighter of all time. Has the makings, has the build, has the physique of like a heavyweight champion. He's like 6'6", 240 pounds, pretty lean. Just doesn't throw. He's the Leon Edwards of the heavyweight division. Doesn't throw. Skates around the octagon. First round, Steven whoops on his ass. I think drops him. Gets control on top. Lands elbows. Whoops on him. Second round, Pat looked decent. Comes out, throws big hooks. I think he rocks Asplund. Asplund, whatever the hell. Rocks him, hurts him in that second round. I think he won the second round, if I'm not mistaken. Man, the whole fight kind of blends together because it was kind of meh. But a lot of clinching in this fight, a lot of nonsense in this fight. Asplund takes the third round. Yeah, Pat was completely gassed in that third round. I don't know what it is with this guy. If he's just too inexperienced. I know he only has like 6 fights, 6 wins or whatever. Just super inexperienced or bad training, I don't know what it is. But he has like the physique of someone who should be good at heavyweight. But he's losing to these fucking blobs. Steven Asplund and I think Thomas something in his last fight. Dude, just straight awful. He just Pat lost to the guy who just lost to Walter Walker by calf slicer. I can't fucking remember his name. It doesn't matter. Gamrot Pat, just a weird fighter. They're probably gonna cut him after this because he's not very exciting. He honestly just stands there. Like I said, the Leon Edwards of heavyweight. We picked Asplund. I was honestly kind of like 50-50 on picking for this one because I thought Pat might turn it up, and he did in that second round. I was like, oh shit, this is what I thought Steven was in trouble in that second round. Because if this guy just goes, he'd probably win a lot of his fights. He needs to work on the cardio, but if he just goes, these guys are intimidated by him. Asplund I think it was the second round, was looking at his coaches for reassurance to like engage. It was fucking weird. He's in a fight he was like clearly winning. Whatever, he said he did that in his last fight too. Did it in this fight. I thought Asplund should have got a finish in the third round. Like I said, Pat was completely gassed at the end of the third. Just clinching, holding on for dear life. We picked Asplund. He won by decision, 29-28, I believe it was. Decent fight, not too bad. 6-1 on picks. All right, Dr. Nergoze versus Bruno Lopez. I can't say these fucking names. I didn't do any research for this card, so I don't know how his name is even pronounced. Forgive me. We picked him though. We picked Dr. Bruno Lopez is dog shit. Honestly, just dog shit. Dr. has had some weird performances in the cage, but supposedly he had like the flu against Ribeiro, which makes sense because he missed weight by a bunch of pounds and then looked really, really bad in that fight. He has a weird tick though, which is just going to get him in trouble. It looked like Bruno Lopez was trying to time it. If you didn't watch the fight, or if you haven't watched his fights, he likes to grab it. He's fighting, and he'll sit there and wipe his face and wipe his eyes. That is like the worst possible tick you can have in the UFC. There's a lot of fighters with weird ticks. Dustin Poirier picks up his shorts, but at least he does it usually from out of range and shit like that. DR is like fighting you, and he's gonna get caught one day, just wiping his eyes. Looked like Bruno, like I said, looked like Bruno was trying to catch him doing that. It doesn't really matter though. Bruno's really bad, really bad. I picked DR by knockout. Yeah, knocked him out in the first round, rocked him. He was honestly beating him up even before the finish. A lot of kicks, he was piecing up the legs of Bruno Lopez. Really good performance by him. I liked it. Like I said, there's nothing he could do about the ticks. I think he's gonna get in trouble with that later though, especially at light heavyweight. There's semi-fast still, not too many blobs at light heavyweight. Yeah, we picked DR by knockout, knocked him out at the last second of the first round. Great performance. Bruno Lopez probably cut, I don't know his streak, but I just recall him not looking good. Like I said, I did no research, kind of just went based off their names and what I can remember. I remember Bruno Lopez not being very good in the UFC, and yep, there you go, round 1 knockout. So that makes us like 7-1 at this point. Damn, I forgot the fucking website. Louis Sutherland versus Jose Montana. Louis Sutherland is complete and utter dog shit. I picked him. He is awful. Dude, I think he's that fighter that like was coming in like 2 fights ago, and he looked jacked on the regional scene, and now he looks like ass. That's why he looks like so unconfident, so unsure of himself. Probably because he was blasting juice on the regional scene. I wish I could look up the pic later, but he was jacked. I remember his traps being huge. He looked jacked on the regional. Now he looks like a fat blob, slow, awful, trying to smudge to death. Gets choked out in the first round here. He looked awful. He was the favorite to win this fight by a decent amount. I think minus 210. I forgot it's right there. Like minus 210 to win this fight. I picked him to win. I thought he was going to win. Thought he was going to show up. Did not show up. Looked awful. Smudgy, blobby, slow, awful, unsure of himself, unconfident. Jose gets the rear. I think it's the rear naked choke. Round 1. Yeah, Louis Sutherland is not going anywhere in this organization. Should send him back to the regional scenes if you want my opinion. That's pretty much it. We went 7-2 up to this point. Thank you to Louis Sutherland. Yeah, I don't know who Louis can honestly beat. He looked really bad here. Really bad. Manuel Souza versus Richie Miranda. This is a really sick fight. I thought Souza was going to gas after the first 2 rounds. The first round, I picked Manuel Souza to win, but Richie Miranda got like really good control and back control in the very first round. And Manuel Souza, if you look at him, these guys are supposedly the same height. It didn't look like it. Manuel Souza is fucking jacked though, like jacked. Kept trying to get up, used a lot of energy to try to get up and didn't go nowhere. Miranda has some sick back control. Manuel Souza just put so much damage into Miranda's leg in that first and second round though. Miranda was like a sitting duck after that first round. He was limping on the way back to his stool after that first round. You can kind of tell because after the control, he looked awful. Which, I mean, you know, it's because of the damage. He's not a bad fighter. He just looked like a sitting duck in there. He looked like he had a lot of trouble after that first round. Manuel Souza looks really good. Has some decent fight IQ. After that first round, didn't really, he overextended himself, but not to the point of getting taken down like that again, because that's why he got taken down in the first round. He overextended like crazy. Showed some great fight IQ, kept beating up the leg through the second and third rounds, even threw up a couple head kicks that were really close, because Miranda just kept pulling his leg back, leaving his head out there. Great fight IQ by Souza. I picked Souza to win. Thought he was going to get the knockout. Drops him, I think, in the second round, late in the second round with the body shot, liver shot. Looked really good. I want to see both these guys fight again. They both looked really good. Miranda is a dog. Stayed in there despite getting rocked and hurt to the body and leg chewed up. I think short notice too. I think that's what they said. Like I said, I didn't do research. I just kind of listened to the commentators, take some context clues out of them. But I think this was short notice for them. For Miranda specifically. I could be wrong about that. Like I said, really good performance. Really good fight. Fun fight. Great fight IQ. I want to see them fight again. Lightweights. Great fight. We picked Manuel Souza, so that makes us 8-2. Next up, we got Miles Johns versus Johnny Vasquez. Dude, I picked Miles Johns. Johnny rocks him very early in the first round. And I was like, oh shit, okay, because if you don't know, Johnny's coming in here on short notice, but he had a fight coming up at flyweight in like 2 weeks from today. This is a featherweight fight, so I was like, okay, I'm not super confident in Miles Johns. I think he was on like a 2-fight losing streak going into this, and I think Johnny looked kind of good-ish in his last fight on short notice. I think he fought one of the Basharats. Looked decent. I think he kept getting taken down or something like that, but I was like, Miles Johns doesn't use his takedowns too much anymore. I picked Miles Johns, but anyways, Johnny rocks him in the first round, drops him, I think, starts putting on the pace, but I think that's where he messed up. He kind of went at him and kind of didn't land on him against the fence. He kind of was like just standing there, threw like a half-hearted knee, let Miles Johns recompose himself, and then Miles Johns landing a big left hook, dropped him. I thought Johnny was going to survive, but no, Miles Johns was on top, landing bombs and put him flat out. Sucks for Johnny. That's his second stint in the UFC on short notice. They really stack up the odds against him every time he comes in. Last time, Basharat. This time, he was fighting at flyweight. And then he comes in, I think he weighed in like 3 pounds under the limit against Miles Johns, who's a veteran in the UFC, been in here for a while. I think he has like a decent record. He's like 20-5 or something like that. I can't recall. I wish the website was working, but either way, sucks for Johnny. Rocks him early, then gets put out cold. Like 5 seconds after, 10 seconds after. It was crazy. Good performance by Miles Johns. I don't think Miles Johns is honestly the greatest fighter ever. Gets rocked here. I think he was on a 2-fight losing streak. So I don't know if they're going to invite Johnny back here to the UFC. I wish they would give him a full camp and give him a shot. I thought they should have given him a shot after his last fight. I remember him doing not bad. I don't know if I'm mistaken on that, but either way, we picked Miles Johns. That makes us like 9-2 or 8-2 at this point. I think it might be 8-2. I miscounted somewhere. Either way, it's all good. We picked Miles Johns. Another good fight. Honestly, this card was full of good fights. We got Juliana Miller versus Ravena Oliveira. I think this was ass versus shit. In terms of fighters, this was dog shit versus cat shit. This is awful. Juliana Miller is really, really bad. She's 4-4 going into this fight, and she's minus 365, which is insane. Yeah. Oliveira is just really bad. Somehow, some way. Juliana Miller employs a wrestling tactic, gets the takedowns. Was keeping it on I think kept it on the feet for the first round, and the second round got a takedown. Talked to DC about wrestling in the post-fight interview. I don't think either of them win another fight in this organization. I don't even know if Oliveira fights again in this organization. I don't mean to hate too hard, but these guys are not UFC caliber, UFC ready. Juliana Miller is now 5-4. I don't even know if she had a win before this in the UFC. I mean, she got the finish, so that's something, I guess. We picked Miller. Not confident though. I don't rate either of these fighters very highly. I think that makes us 9-2 though. I think it was a rear naked choke finish. Yeah, I think it was a rear naked choke finish. Anyways, this is a good fight. Gigi Canuto versus Carol Foro. This was a freaking slugfest. I'm not even joking. This fight happened. I was like, this is fight of the night. And honestly, Manuel Souza might be fight of the night. Damn. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Souza was fighting the night? I don't know what they gave fight of the night to. But this is definitely like top 3 of the night so far. Well, so far this is the end. But top 3 of the night. Yeah, anyways. Gigi Canuto versus Carol Foro. Gigi and Foro were just swinging it out on the feet the first round. Just literally just swinging. Foro was landing good calf kicks, good bombs on the feet, good body shots. Foro took the first round, slugfest. Second round, Canuto gets the takedown and keeps her there like the entire second round. And I was like, oh shit, Canuto's going to take over here. Nope, the third round, Foro keeps her on the feet, sprawls for her life, sprawls and brawls, and gets Canuto and beats her up, honestly. That third round was a beatdown. Foro looked really good. Honestly, Canuto looked really good too. Just an absolute slugfest. Really, really good fight to kick off the card. I picked Foro to win. This was honestly a really, really good card. On paper, not really, but like as it turned out, yeah. The only fight that was kind of meh was maybe the Lemos fight was kind of alright, and maybe I think that might be it. trying to think. Oh, the Pat fight was alright at times. They kept clinching a lot. That's what Pat does. Pat clinches a lot for some reason. He's not a blob, but he fights like a blob. Anyways, we went 10-2. I think we went 10-2. This is a really good card. Insane performance by Salkilld. I love the performance. I think he's going to be a really, really good fighter. He is a really good fighter. Now he's going to be top 6 in the world. I mean, he got Gamrot out of there in a round. On the feet, whooped him, and then on the floor, whooped him. Gamrot, man, needs to keep his hands up. Really bad defensively all the time, but Salkilld caught him. Gamrot escapes the KO finish. He still hasn't been finished in the UFC by KO, which is crazy. He's fought a lot of killers, but takes a submission here. Salkilld looked really good. Who should we book him up against next? I make the decisions in the UFC, so I'll pick who he fights next. Maybe Oliveira? Just because it seems like Oliveira's going to take some time off because Alan Nascimento died. His teammate died this week, which is really sad. It sucks. I think he was supposed to fight Arman, but he's not going to fight Arman no more, so they're throwing in Rufi versus Arman, which is a meh fight, which sucks. Maybe do Charles when he comes back. Charles versus Salkilld. That'd be a really good fight. I know Holloway wants to take some time off too. I don't know. Lightweight's going to be weird for right now just because so many fighters want to take time off. Justin Gaethje's going to take time off. Ilya's taking time off. Arman's fighting. Charles is going to take time off. Max Holloway wants time off. Gamrot just lost. Is Marcano fighting? Oh, Marcano's fighting Ortega in LA. Benoit's going to take some time off. He just got smashed. Yeah, Lightweight's going to be kind of stuck for a little bit. We're not going to get a title change till probably summer next year. They'll probably do an interim, which is what they should have done. That's probably what they were going to do. Maybe Arman versus Charles for the interim. Because Justin said he doesn't want to fight till next summer. It is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. That was a pretty good card. I had a fun time watching that card. Next week we got... Is this next week? Oh, it is next week. Why did I think this was 2 weeks away? Okay, we'll be breaking down this card next. Honestly, guys, what the fuck is this card for a pay-per-view? I think they showed it on the broadcast. I don't know if this is like confirmed or like this is like the matchup, but under the champions, it's supposed to be Charles Johnson versus Jose Ochoa, which is just interesting. That should be like near the bottom of the prelims of a pay-per-view, not the fucking premier fight under the champions. Yeah, I think this might be a little off. I don't remember. Jalen Turner, even Jalen Turner should be higher. That's a good fight. But yeah, dude. Oh no, I hope that's. I mean, the card's next week. It is what it is. The card's not great. Might be good when it happens, but on paper, this is not a pay-per-view, which kind of sucks. Now that they don't have to charge $80 for it, they're kind of giving us schlop. Let's be honest, schlop. Jose Ochoa versus Charles Johnson as the premier fight is crazy. But anyways, we'll talk about that next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. I'll see you guys later.